Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
AJ Styles is the new United States Champion. 2 big matches announced for Battleground, and the Fashion Files continues to be the best thing on the blue brand. I am Luke Owen, and this is the 11th of July edition of Smackdown Live in about 4 minutes. AJ Styles opened up Smackdown Live as the new United States Champion to announce he's bringing back the US Open Challenge. And who should answer the call but the face who runs the place, John Cena. The match never got started though, as Kevin Owens came down to interrupt and Rusev attacked Cena from the crowd while Owens gave Styles the pop-up powerbomb. 2 baby faces beaten up by 2 heels. Looks like we've got ourselves a tag team match for later tonight, player. Holla holla. WWE Champion Jinder Mahal beat Tye Dillinger in an outing that was more ad break than match. Tye had a brief comeback, but Jinder won with his Cobra Clutch Slam. And then he cut, you guessed it, an anti-America promo, and announced next week he would bring the Punjabi prison to Smackdown Live. Xavier Woods took on Jey Uso in singles action following last week's fantastic rap battle segment. The rest of the New Day and Jimmy Uso were sent to the back early into the match, but the bout only went a couple of minutes, as Woods picked up the win via a springboard elbow. Shane McMahon announced that at Battleground we're going to see a 5-way elimination match between Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Natalaya, Tamina, and Lana, with the winner facing Naomi at SummerSlam. Charlotte made the excellent point as to why Lana is in the match, considering she's lost multiple times to the champ in matches that went shorter than Lesnar Goldberg at Survivor Series. An answer wasn't really given, but Shane O'Mac did make another tag match for later on tonight. Holla holla. A match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Baron Corbin never got started as Nakamura attacked Mr. Money in the Bank during his entrance. They had a brief scuffle before being pulled apart by security, and later in the show it was announced that the two will face off at Battleground. Becky Lynch and Charlotte took on Tamina and Natalaya in a fun but formulaic TV tag match. Lana came down to ringside during the commercial break and caused a distraction, allowing for Tamina to hit a super kick and pick up a pinfall victory over the Queen. Maria and Mike Kanellis asked Sami Zayn to apologize for interrupting them 2 weeks in a row. Sami, quite correctly, pointed out that he had already apologized twice and then questioned what Mike was even doing on SmackDown Live. Maria then slapped Sami and Mike broke a glass vase over his head. This was a decent little angle to set up a match between the two at Battleground, but the reaction to the vase break wasn't as big as you'd expect. The latest iteration of the Fashion Files was parodying the classic Chuck Norris series Walker Texas Ranger, and the awesome intro even featured clips from Norris's appearance at Survivor Series 1994. Fandango, with Tully the Horse, get it, questioned Zack Ryder about who trashed their office, while Tyler Breeze attempted to use the lasso of truth but wrapped himself up instead. This segment didn't really further the Fashion Files case, but it did build on the tension between Ryder and Mojo Rawley, who week by week is looking like he's gonna make a heel turn. Sadly, the Fashion Police are running out of leads, and worse yet, someone stole Tully! You maniacs! John Cena and the Phenomenal One took on Kevin Owens and Rusev in another fun TV tag match. All 4 men are fantastic workers, and they were able to elevate the formulaic WWE tag match structure. John Cena hit the AA on Kevin Owens for the clean pin, and the babyfaces celebrated. So that was this week's Smackdown Live in about 4 minutes. Here's the usual ratings recap from top to bottom. Smackdam, Smacktastic, Smack Bang in the middle, Ellsworthy, and Raw. I'll reveal my score very shortly, but first, vote in the poll above my head to give it your own rating. A returning Ollie Davis will announce the results in tomorrow's WrestleTalk news. This was another fun edition of Smackdown Live, but a totally forgettable one. My feelings about episodic wrestling shows are the same as any other episodic television. If the episode doesn't further the storylines or make you care about character motivations more than you did the previous week, then it's not done its job. Nothing in this episode of Smackdown was furthered than it was last last week. Nakamura and Corbin was made for Battleground, but the two had a backstage segment last week that was no different to the brawl this week. The Randy Orton-Jinder Mahal feud is in the same place it was since the last pay-per-view. Styles and Owens is no more further along than it was last week, it's just now Styles as champ instead of Owens. Cena and Rusev is in the same position as last week too, and the Fashion Police still don't know who attacked them. The only storyline to get any real development was Maria and Mike Kanellis with Sami Zayn, but even then it wasn't a must-see angle. Here's the thing, if you can miss a week and still be up to date when you tune in the following week, then the episode you missed wasn't worth going back to watch. I'm not saying every show needs to be the Raw after Mania, but something, even something small, should happen on each show to make sure it's can't miss television. This wasn't a bad show. Smackdown rarely is because the in-ring work is usually very solid, but this was a totally missable show at the same time. This week's SmackDown Live was smack bang in the middle. But did we really just have the best Raw of 2017? And why is Alberto really mad at the New Day? Find out more by clicking the videos to the left. Press subscribe and support WrestleTalk on Patreon. I have been Luke Owen, and that was wrestling.